What's going on, everyone? Today I will be showing off my first place Rochester OTS deck profile. To start off, I would like to say this is my first ever YouTube video, and I'm very excited to start up my new channel. I'll be doing deck profiles, not just of myself, new deck ideas, opinions of the format, and other things like that, etc., etc. In the upcoming future, I'd also like to do YCS vlogs, but with that being said, we can get right into it. So I played Crystron K9 for this event. I've been playing this deck for about a month or so, and I've really liked it. I've really enjoyed it. I think it's really strong. It has like a semi-issue into a Yummy half-board sometimes, but you can deck build to beat that because of the double Book of Moon and Cookie. Other than that, deck's insane. It can check a lot of decks. Like, it's really good into Dracotail. I think it's pretty solid into Mitsu if you play it right. But yeah, in general, the deck is really good. It kind of reminds me of like Snake Eye in a way, because it combos, and it feels like if you combo, you just win. People say Dark Ruler is very good against it. I don't disagree. But you do have ways to win. Like, you usually have a non-engine piece in hand, you search Azuna in your combo. You end on the Crystron trap, the pop, and also the K9 quick play spell if you decide to play it. Post side, you can also do Spell Canceller to mitigate it if you'd like to. But yeah, we can get right into it now. Sorry for the yap. Also, I apologize, my setup's a little bit jank, but I'm going to change that in the near future. So, to start off, we played 3 copies of Noroi. I hope you can see this okay. I'll zoom in a little bit. 3 copies of Noroi. This card is your normal summon, like your strongest normal summon. I used to play like less copies of it, but I think it's just too important for consistency, and it's just your strongest normal. Look at the hand is also pretty cool too, like being able to play around whatever you want. Yeah, it's a strong card, very strong card. Best support this deck could have gotten, I'd probably say, having like a good normal summon. Then the 3 Jokel. This card's like insane to like open with any level 5, honestly. Obviously Solfachord is the desired level 5, but any level 5 works. This card's just crazy. It's like really good into hand traps and stuff like that. It's a heavy push. I played 3 copies of Azuna. This also, and the Lupus. This bridges into the hand traps as well. It's not just the engine piece. So with the hand traps I show you, this also will bridge into those. But yeah, this card's really good. If you know how to use it, you gotta know how to use it into every deck, because every deck you have to use this differently into. Not all decks, like, you don't summon the same thing against every deck. Every deck has like a specific way that you should be playing the Azuna. Sometimes you make just the Typhon on him, and you leave her there. Sometimes you want to go for the Valon to Book of Moon at the right time. Sometimes you want to go for the Chronomaly to negate a monster effect. But yeah, cards are crazy. Azuna's insane. Couldn't ask for a better hand trap engine card. And then the one Lupus, or not Lupus, I'm sorry, the Lantern. I played 3 Case for obvious reasons. The boost effect for boosting 900, making every K9 like essentially a Blue Eyes White Dragon comes up all the time. It's insane to go for a game with. 2 Chaotic Elements. You could play 3 if you want, but I don't want to clog, and for space reasons, you gotta play 2 in my opinion, because you gotta fit enough non-engine to this deck. And it's cool too, because like you can randomly like change a heart certain matchups, like for instance like a Ryzeal Detonator. That's like insane. It doesn't come up that often, but if you play like a Mitsu Ryzeal, that's like a niche thing that can come up. The 1 Force Release, I don't think you should be playing this deck without this. This is like your strong line through Fualos. If you don't have this, your line through Fualos can be a lot more difficult, and you can lose games that you shouldn't be. For the Crystron cards, I play 3 Solfachord for obvious reasons. You want to hard open it, so you can like maximize your ways to Jokel plus Solf. Those games are like super in your favor when you open that. The 1 yellow, you don't need to play 2. 1 is perfectly fine. There's weird game states where I'll summon this sometimes and like I'll crash it, so you can like damage step, summon out the Solfachord to ensure it resolves, because in the damage step there's a lot less cards that can interact with it. The 1 Smiger and the 1 Tristaros, you don't need any more of those, and then the 1 Bridge, the Scrap Recycler, you use this in the combo to bridge your K9s into the Crystrons. The 1 of each spell. It's kind of weird because this is at 1, but I don't even think I want to play more than 1. Like, if that is as weird as that sounds, like even if it was at 3, I think it's like fine at 1. Like, I think I like, even if it went to 3, I probably would just play 1. For the hand trap / non-engine, I played 3 Ash, to beat the Chummies, obviously, and it's also a good card. 3 Fool, obviously, card's broken. 3 Droll, it's like required. I'm not like a huge fan of Droll in general, but as of right now, I think it's just like a necessary evil. 2 Nib, and 1 Bell. Bell is for cross-out reasons, because sometimes if you get Belled on Lantern, it can actually hurt, because you don't want to Ripper negate that, because then you get slammed by like a Nib. But, and also just having it as the 15th hand trap, like including the 3 Azunas, obviously, is like also very good because it's good into the format. You can bet like a bunch of different things. Yeah, Nib is like insane into Mitsu Yummy in my opinion. I think like if you know how to use the Nib, it's like really good. But yeah, Nib is solid. Nib has been performing really good with me. Obviously, it's not good to Dracotail. In a late game setting, it can be good though, because when they start like bringing back their bodies from the graveyard, you can like Nib them for like their life savings. And then you play 2 Droplet. You don't have to actually play this card. You can bump up like your Bells or even play Imperms if you'd like. This card has definitely been like the weakest non-engine spot for me, but you need to diversify your Fua draws, in my opinion. Like when you're drawing, like when you're playing like 3 of each thing, like 3 Bell, 3 Nib, and things like that, you're drawing like multiples of the same card. And like in the game right now, you just need to kind of diversify and like hand trap multiple times if they're like playing into the Fua. So diversifying your draws is like important to me, honestly, like since like Fua and Chummies have been like a thing. But Droplet has been like definitely the weakest card, but I think it's important when they end on their half boards, like being able to Droplet a Marikuma when they summon it off the quick play spell, or being able to Droplet a Yummy Link one, or being able to Droplet the Book of Moon on their half board, like the Yummy Book Moon cookie synchro. So yeah, it's fine, but it has been the weakest non-engine slot. But I'm going to continue to play it, I think. Main deck has been fine, clean 40. I wouldn't change a thing right now, to be honest, in the main deck at least. We can move on to the extra deck. I play 1 K9 17 Ripper for obvious reasons, 1 Jax, and 1 Werewolf. I don't think you should play this deck without this card. For side pattern reasons, I do keep the quick play spell in against certain matchups, and I side out the Crystron cards actually. Against certain matchups, like I said. Some matchups you keep them in because you want higher ceiling into certain matchups, but some matchups you just need to tell them to like piss off essentially and do nothing. Because once they pass 1 point, they're just doing the full thing, and you need to like hand trap them out of the game. So you take out the Crystron cards, and being able to play the quick play spell when you're just playing kind of essentially pure K9 post side, this is like super important because you don't want to be grinding with the decks that are going around right now. Like you want to just end the game, and this card is like super good at ending the game. And there's like secret effects with when you put it over this. If they use like a hand or grip effect, it like doubles damage. And if you have 2 materials under this, which you usually do, sometimes even 3 if you keep your materials, all 3 materials under it, you can attack like 3 times. So yeah, card's crazy, and it hits for like 66 when you have the Jax effect live. Yeah, Werewolf is insane. We play the Infinitrack Riverstormer for obvious reasons to bridge into the Crystron cards. You play this to summon Spell Canceller, which out of like the month I've been playing this deck, I've summoned Spell Canceller exactly twice. One of the times off Jokel. It's kind of weird, but you really don't need to play Spell Canceller in this deck in my opinion. You really just don't. Valon, for obvious reasons, Book of Moon is nice, and having for like your Azuna Anomaly is insane because like when you're locked in Machine, you get like more spots in your extra deck to summon, more toolboxy things. I played Arc Rebellion. This won me 2 games out of the month I played this deck. I played this deck at a regional, OTS, a YCS, and then like a local event that my friend did. This card has won me a couple games, but it's like there for an out to Ligern answer. And it steals games you shouldn't win. Like, I won a game against Malice where like I did play through most of his interruptions, but you know how that deck, like, as they interrupt you, they get follow-up. And this card just, like, you summon this card when they don't expect it, and they just lose the game on the spot, and they're like, whoa. But yeah, you don't have to play that. Like I said, spoiler, I did not play Infinity Nova. I think Infinity Nova is insane, but you do not need it to play this deck. But if you did not want to play the Arc Rebellion, you could cut this and another card for the Cyber Dragon Nova. If you don't play Spell Canceller, you could cut this and the Arc Rebellion, which is what I'm thinking of doing. Nova has came up in a couple game states where I would have won if I had it. So yeah, I mean, I would recommend the Nova Infinity. I was just playing Arc Rebellion because I'm a coward. So I played the Zeus Typhon. This card makes Lupus a hand trap almost, and it comes up in weird funky game states that you shouldn't be winning, but you win anyways because you play it. Zeus is a machine, and this card is just crazy into the format because of Azuna Lupus being untargetable to get to him, and then like being able to just like turn player prio, wipe the board. If they don't have if like Mitsu Yummy doesn't have the negate trap, they're just gonna lose right there. The links, for the links, I played the 1 Clockwork Knight because you have to, the 1 Platinum Gadget because you have to. SP you don't have to, but this card's like the best utility link, and usually like I'm not a utility link because you always want to link off this body and the Scrap Recycler body into something generic. You could play that Link 2 Dragon thing to make Spell Canceller easy, but SP is just more utility, and it comes up a lot, so yeah, you don't really want to cut that. Escalatus, the 1 Escalatus, you only need 1 and the 1 FA. People do cut this. But I think it's like really good to make your Crystron engine strong, because there's going to be times where you just sometimes only open Crystron and you want to win those games. I don't lose those games, but that's probably because I play FA. FA is insane. Spell and Trap Negate's like necessary this format. Yeah, so that's the main and extra. Here we go to the side. We'll do the... We'll do the... we played 2 Perulia and 2 Cat Chummy. Cat Chummy's probably slightly better. I like that it bridges into Malice. Perulia's like nice because you get draws like right away, and I like that about the card. It's also like checks specific matchups, and I side both of them into Mitsu Yummy. So I have 7 total Chummies into Mitsu Yummy. Yeah. The 1 Spell Canceller, which I still don't like believe that you absolutely need this, but it's fine. It like mitigates variance a little bit because you play like an unfair card essentially. This card is like if you already open Crystron, you search this with the Infinite Track, because you'll have like additional bodies that you want to like overlay with, and like when you clog your field, when you combo, like you kind of clog your field, so you need ways to like overlay or link off. So yeah, that's really good. I like the Therion King. I played the Harpy's Feather Duster. That's like a solid card. I do side it like in certain side patterns. It's fine. Like you don't have to play this, but I like it. Makes you feel safe going into tournaments. I played the Holy Trinity, if you will. I played Talents, Cross Out, Called By. Yeah, these cards are insane. I don't think you should be playing deck without these in the side deck. Like if they're legal, you should just be playing them. They're just nuts, especially in a combo deck, right? I played 3 Imperm. A card you can't afford to main it right now, in my opinion, because it's really bad into Yummy cards, and it's also really bad into Mitsu cards. And then when they're combined together, it's even worse. So, yeah, things like Imperm right now, it's like it's okay in a Dracotail, but they do be playing the that new Fallen, the Virtuous, which you can like, if you Imperm their Altharion, you can chain the Quick Play to pop it so you can resolve it. I do side against it still, because you got to take out your Drolls and Nibs against that deck anyway. So you essentially now you kind of want to Imperm Lucaeus. So if they Virtuous, they can they have to lose a resource to resolve the Lucaeus. If that makes sense. Thing is, you also can get punished by a 5 mana. So I mean, yeah, the card's okay. I've really liked it. I really like it for the mirror. I like it into rogue decks, but I want it in my deck list somewhere. Imperm's just a very strong card. But yeah. And then I played Solemn Judgments and Anti-Spell to run off the going first cards. These cards are just crazy. I mean, Judgment's like not crazy, but it negates anything. I mean, helps you into like Dark Rulers and things like that. Like, it's just like an all-around good card. Like, it says, yeah, you pay your life points, but you negate any card. Like, why not? And then Anti-Spell, because it is also crazy, this format. So yeah, that is the deck list. 40 card main deck, like I said. I love this deck. I haven't had this much fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In like a very, very long time. Which is why I'm like kind of inspired to do YouTube again, or not again, I'm sorry, do YouTube videos for the first time. I really, I love the deck, I like the format's good. I wish I'm like a little biased towards Mitsu cards, I don't like those cards, but I can live with them. I've seen worse in this game. But, yeah, like I said, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any concerns with like the video and how I'm doing things, I know it's a janky setup. Yeah, please write in the comments down below. Excuse me. Any questions and thoughts, I'll be happy to answer them.